Hello friends, welcome to my channel. This is Charan. In this video I will show you in ASP.NET Core MVC application how to implement the CRUD operation, create, read, update and delete functionality with image file upload control. And let's check the final output. Let's choose a file. I'm selecting the image from the desktop. The image I'm selecting here, the search, upload. So here the search JPG image is added to our table. Now let's check in our database table also. Right now we have only one table. When I execute this table, so here we got the second record, which is a search.jpg, which is this one, search.jpg. Now we'll check in the project folder also. Open Solution Explorer. So here we got the search.jpg image. Now let's edit the details. I want to edit the execute app logo. Edit. In the edit, let's add the image. I'm adding the loading GIF image. Copy that one, select that one, click open, upload. See here the new image is updated, the loading.gif. Let's check in the database table. Notice here in the image name the execute app logo. When I reload this page, execute, so here we got the loading.gif image. Let's check in the project folder images. Now we got the loading.gif. We have updated the image of the image ID 1. Now let's get the image details. I want to get the details of this particular search image ID 2 details. So here we got the image ID details. Back to list. Let's delete the images. I want to delete the search.jpg. So here we got, are you sure you want to delete this? Delete. See, the image has been deleted. Now we got only one. Let's check in the database table. Execute. So here we got only one record in this image, save image. Now we'll check in the project folder also. See here the GIF image has been deleted from this folder. Now let's delete this one also, the loading.gif. Delete. Are you sure you want to delete this? Yes, delete. And now we got the 0 rows in our table. It's totally empty. Now we'll check in the database table. When I execute this table, execute. So here the query executes successfully. We got 0 rows. Here the 0 rows. When I check in the folder, see, it's empty in our project folder images. That's it. We have implemented the CRUD operation, create, read, update and delete functionality with file upload controller in ASP.NET Core MVC. If you are a first time visitor to my channel, please subscribe to get the latest updates. Before writing the coding part in ASP.NET Core, first we'll create a new table in SQL Server Management Studio. Let me expand this root folder as well as the databases. And notice in these databases there is an EMP database. I want to create a new table in this EMP database. Let me expand this EMP and tables folder. Now select the EMP database, right click the mouse, new query. Let's write the query to create a table. Create table, save image is a table name. Let's add the column names, image ID, integer type, not null, primary key, identity, 1 comma 1, image name and varchar 150 comma, and I want to add the image path and varchar maximum size. Now if you notice, in this table I have given 3 columns. The first one is the image ID, which is the auto generated column, and the second column is the image name, and the third one is the image path. But the actual image I want to store in the project root folder. Only the image path I want to store in this table. Let's execute to create a table. Execute, and here we got a message, command completed successfully. Let's refresh this tables folder. Refresh. See, here we got the save image table is added successfully. Now let's browse the table, select save image, right click the mouse, select top 1000 rows, and here we got the results of this table. Right now this table contains 0 rows. So let's write the code in ASP.NET Core MVC application to upload the image information into this table, save image. For this video tutorial, I'm creating a new ASP.NET Core web application. Go to File, New, Project, and from the project I'm selecting ASP.NET Core web application. Click Next. Let's give the project name CRUD image upload. Is my project name, and I want to save this project in D drive in the project folder. After that, click Create. Next, we'll select the MVC model view control template and the ASP.NET Core version I'm using 3.0. Then click Create. And the project is created successfully. Let's close this default window. Now open Solution Explorer. Now first, in this project I'm adding a MVC controller in this controllers folder. Select the controllers folder, right click the mouse, add controller, and I'm selecting MVC controller empty template, add. Let's give the controller name is file upload CRUD is my MVC controller name, and click add. And here the controller is added. File upload CRUD controller is added to our project. After adding the controller, now the next step, open Solution Explorer. Now in this project there is a models folder. In this models folder we'll add 2 classes. The first class, I'll just define the public properties, and the second class is I want to inherit the DB context class. So let's add the classes. Select the models folder, right click the mouse, add class, and the class name I'm adding image CRUD class is my class name. Click add. Now as I told, the first class, the image CRUD class, I want to define only the public properties. So we require to add the package using system.componentModel.data innovations. After adding this package, next in the class, let's add the key attribute, case capital, and let's define the prop which will create the property. And the first property type is the int, and the property name is, in our table we have 3 columns. The first column is the image ID. Let's add this one, image ID, prop double tab. The second column type is a string type, so I'm adding the string, and the column name I'm adding image name. copy that one and paste here. And the last column also is a string, is the image path. Just copy that img path and add to our property name. That's it. After adding these properties, next we'll add in another class. Right click the models folder, add class, and the class name is application db context. And here we got our application db context class. Now in this class I want to inherit the db context. So to inherit the db context we need to add with semicolon db context. So db context belongs to using Microsoft dot entity framework core is a package I want to add. Then I can inherit the db context class, db context. After that, let's create the constructor for this class, CTOR double tab, which is a shortcut to create the constructor. Now here I'm adding db context options. The db context options, the t context here is our application db context class. Then options colon base options. After that we'll add the property. The property type is a db set. In this db set, the t entity type you are getting from this image CRUD class. Let's add that one, image CRUD class. And the property name, here the property name is very important. We must add the table name. So let's copy the table name. Our table name is a save img. Copy that one and add to our property name save image. That's it. After adding the property classes and db context class, next open Solution Explorer, open app settings.json file, open that one. Now in this JSON file I will define my data source. During double quotes I'm adding connection strings colon comma. Now between these curly brackets I'm adding my connection string name, which is my connection, then colon. Now here in these double quotes I'm adding the data source. So to get the data source of our SQL Server database, open Server Explorer. And notice in the Server Explorer there is a data connections. Right click the data connections, click add connection. And let's add the server name. After adding my SQL Server name, now I am selecting the database name. The table I have created in this EMP database. So I have selected the EMP, then test connection is succeeded, okay. And here we got our emp.dbo is added. Now we require this data source of this EMP. Right click the emp.dbo, go to properties. Now in the properties there is a connection string which contains the data source. Just copy the data source and paste between these double quotes. That's it, we have added the data source in this app settings.json file. After that, open Solution Explorer. Notice in this project at the bottom there is a startup.cs file. Open that file. Now in this file I want to add the services. So before adding the services, let's import the packages first using Microsoft.entity framework core. This is the first package. Then I require the our models folder also. So using my project name which is a CRUD image upload dot models folder. Then after adding these two packages, now in this configure services, let's add the services dot add db context. In this db context, our db context class is the application db context class. So let's add the class name here, application db context class. Then the options dot will add our SQL Server connection. So for that I'm adding use SQL Server method. This SQL Server method, I'm adding configuration dot get connection string between double quotes. Now between these double quotes I'm adding the connection string name. So our connection string name in the app settings.json file, open that one. Our connection string name is my connection. Just copy this one and paste in this get connection string method. That's it. Let's end with semicolon. That's it. We have added our services and our connection string in this startup.cs file. Now we require the coding part. So to write the coding part, open controller. Now in this controller, first let's add the packages, the namespaces. First one using Microsoft dot entity framework core. The next package using Microsoft dot ASP.NET Core dot HTTP. Then the next package using Microsoft dot ASP.NET Core dot hosting is the namespace. Then using I want to add the models folder also, so my project name dot models folder. And then the last namespace using system.io package. After adding these 5 packages, and next in the controller, let's declare the private read only. Now in this read only, I'm adding the class application db context underscore adb is an object. And the second one, I'll add one interface, private read only. The interface is our iWeb host environment underscore iWeb. And notice here I have declared 2 private read onlys. First one is the class application db context class, and the second one is the iWeb host interface. The first one, application db context class, I want to save the selected file information in the database, and the second interface, iWeb host environment, is used to save the images in the project root folder, which is a www root. Then the next step is, let's create the constructor CTOR double tab, which will create the constructor of our controller. Now in this controller, let's add first our class name, application db context class, adb is an object name. Then the next parameter, I'm adding iWeb host environment, iWeb. Then underscore adb is equals to adb semicolon underscore iWeb is equals to iWeb. I'm adding one action result. Then I'm adding the post method to insert the data. So let's add that one, http post public async task. The T result here, the T result is iAction result. The method name is the index method. In this index method, I'm adding, first I want to save the images in the project root folder, so I require the iForm file. Let's create the object, file object, comma, and the next parameter I'm adding my image class name, image class ICC is an object. And then I will add one condition: the file upload control must be the image and JPG files. So variable image extension is equals to path dot get extension method, path dot get extension method, the file name of this selected image. So the file name we'll get from this object, file object. Let's add that one, file object dot file name. This is file object, file object dot file name. Then let's check the condition: if image extension double equals to dot jpg or image extension double equals to, I want to add the GIF images. So once we got the selected image, the extension is valid, I want to upload those images in a root folder. So let's declare a variable save upload image is a variable upload image is equals to path dot combine method. In this combine method, the combine method takes three parameters. The first one is I want to add the www root, the path here. So to get that, I'm adding the iWeb is the object of the iWeb host environment dot web root path, which is nothing but our folder name www root, comma, and the second parameter is also a string, is our folder name. So let's add the folder to save the images. Highlight the www root folder, right click the mouse, add new folder. Let's add the folder name, which is the images, is of my folder name. And I'm adding this folder name here in the path 2 images. Images, and we require the file name. The file name we are getting from the file object dot file name. After that, we'll add the file stream object. Variable stream is equals to new file stream. New file stream. The file stream method takes two parameters. The first one is the handle. We are getting the path is the upload image. Just copy that one. Then the second path is the file access. The file access mode is file mode dot create method, create properties. Then let's copy that selected upload file into this images folder. So let's go await file object dot copy to async method. This method takes the parameter, the stream target we are getting from this variable. Semicolon. Then let's close the stream. Stream dot close method. Once the selected file is uploaded into this images folder, now my next condition, I want to save that image details in our SQL Server database table. So for that, ICC dot the property name is the image name is equals to the image name we are getting from this file object, the file object dot file name. Next we need to add the path also, ICC dot image path is equals to the path we are getting from this upload image, semicolon. Then let's add this data into our table await underscore. I'm adding the object of ADB, which is our application DB context. Object name dot, our table name is saved image. Our table name is saved image. So dot save image dot add async method. In this method I am adding this ICC object. And then let's add the save changes method await underscore ADB dot save changes method, save changes async method. Then in the return, once the record is inserted successfully, I want to redirect to the action. Between double quotes I'm adding the action name is index. That's it, we have written the code to upload the selected image file into images folder, and that image data, which is the image name and image path, I want to store in this save image table. Now once we insert the data, I want to display in a table. So here in the action result index method, which is the HTTP get method, let's declare a variable display images is equals to, I'm adding underscore ADB dot, my table name is save image dot toList method. Then I'm adding the return view is a display images. That's it. In this action result index, in HTTP post we are uploading and saving the image details, and in HTTP get index method we are retrieving the saved image files into a table. So now we require the view page of this action result index method. So before adding the view page to our project, we must build the application first. So let's build the application, build solution. And the application is built successfully. Let's close this output message box. Now select the index method, right click the mouse, add view. The view name is index only, and the template I'm selecting the list template, and the model class, our model class is the image CRUD class, so select that one. Here it is the image CRUD class. Then click add. And here we got our index view page. Now in this index view page, notice here the create new, I'm deleting this create new action link. Instead of that, I am adding the file upload controller. So before that, let's change the headings. Implementing CRUD operation with file upload control in ASP.NET Core MVC. And after that I'm adding horizontal line. Now in this p tag I'm adding the form tag, the form Let's close this form. After the table, then add the form tag here at the top. Form, the method is equals to, the method is post, we are posting the data, and enct provide multi-form data action ASP. The first one I'm adding the controller. Our MVC controller is the file upload CRUD. Let's add that one. This is our controller name. Copy that one and paste in this property and ASP hyphen action. The ASP action method name is the index method, this one. So let's add that one, index. Now let's add the input type is equals to file. Then I'm adding the name property. Here the name property is very important. The property I'm adding here in this action result HTTP post method, we're getting the file information from this file object. Let's copy this object and paste here. Close this element. Then we require the button control. Input type is equals to submit. The value is equals to upload. That's it. We have added the file upload controller. And now when the images are displayed in this table, here the image path, I'm deleting this table header. Let's add the image. The column name, the column header name is the image, and the image path, let's add the image source is equals to images folder. Then I'm adding this one, the image path. Height of the image is 80 and width of the image is 120. Let's close this tab. Now I don't require this one, display file, so I'm commenting that part. And below that we have the action links, edit, details and delete. So let's uncomment these ones. Here the primary key, our column name is item dot item ID. So let's do the same thing for the details link also. Dot item ID, and for the delete action link dot item ID. That's it. We have done the complete coding part to upload the images and retrieve the data on the table index view page. So before on this application, the most important, we have to change the controller name. To change the controller name, open startup.cs file. The startup.cs file, come to the bottom, and the bottom line notice the pattern controller is equals to home. Delete that home controller name. Our controller name is file upload CRUD controller. This one, file upload CRUD. Copy that one and paste here. And the action method name is the index only, which is this view page. Our friends, here it's not the image path. We have to add the image name. So at item dot image name. Now let's save this file. We'll check the output. Browse with I'm selecting the Google Chrome default browser, set as default, click browse. And here we got the output. Notice here the upload controller. Let's check the input type is P here. Save this file. I'm reloading the browser again. And here we got a new output after adding the type file. And notice the header tag implementing CRUD operation with file upload controller in ASP.NET Core MVC. Below that we have the file upload controller with a button control. Then below we have a table to display the data. Now let's select the file, choose file. I'm selecting the image from my desktop. The image I'm selecting, checklist box transfer, this is a JPEG file, click open. Now before upload this image, let's check in our database table. I'm executing the table. Right now this table contains 0 rows, and also in our project root folder, in this root folder we have an images folder. This is totally empty right now. This folder is empty. Let's insert the image upload. So here we got the output. The image is displaying in this table with the action links, edit, details and delete, the image name, image ID and the image. Now we'll check in the folder. Notice we got the checklist transfer. The image is added, and in the database, let's execute. See here, the image path is added successfully into this table save image. Now the next step, we'll add the edit, details and delete functionality. Let's switch back to the coding part. Go to controller. Now in this controller, I'm adding the new action methods. For the edit, we require 2 action methods. One for to get the employee ID details, and after that we'll edit the details in the HTTP post method. So not here. Public async task action result, and the method name is edit. In this edit method, I'm adding the integer ID question mark. Now here, if the ID is null, if the user is not selected any item to edit the image, and here in this HTTP get edit method, if ID double equals to null, which means if the value is null, the image ID is equals to null, I want to redirect to action view page index, return redirect to action. The action name is the index method name. If the selected ID is valid, I want to redirect to the edit view page to display the selected image details. Variable display image details is equals to await underscore. I'm adding the object of our application DB contextors which is underscore edit dot. Our table name is save image table name dot find async method. The find async method takes the key value is the ID. Let's add that one ID, semicolon. Then return view, I'm adding the display image details, semicolon. Now let's add the HTTP post method for the edit method. Public async task I action result. The method name is edit. In this edit method I'm adding, when we want to edit the images, we require the iForm file. So what I'm doing, instead of writing the same code we already added here, this part, let's copy this one, paste here, just change the method name index, edit, and here we require the file name, image file name. So I'm adding another property, f name, and the image ID also, int ID. And here, instead of add async, you need to add the update method, underscore adb dot update method. In this update method, the object entity we are getting from this ICC, semicolon. Then we require the save changes. After that, I want to redirect to this edit page to the index view page. That's it. But here we are editing the details in our database table. But what about in our the folder image? When the user changes the table, when the user changes the image, I want to delete the image first, then upload the new image here. So let's add the delete functionality before update the new image. If model state dot is valid, let's copy this one and close here. Now in this if condition, let's write the code to delete the image from the folder. Variable get image details is equals to await underscore adb or application db context object dot, my table name is save image dot find async method. I'm adding ID. So once we got the ID, I'm deleting the record underscore adb dot save image, my table name dot remove method. In this remove method, I'm adding this variable name, get emp details. After that, now we'll update. Now let's add a name. This variable name to get the file name is equals to await underscore f name. This variable name is equals to path dot combine method. In this combined method, I'm adding iWeb, which is our iWeb host environment object dot the web root path, which is nothing but our project root folder, which is a www root. Then we need to add our project folder name, comma. Then we require the file name of the image. The file name will get from file object dot file name. Then let's get the file info class. File is equals to new file info. The file info we are getting from this f name. Now let's check the condition. If the file exists, the file information is exist, remove that file. If fi, the file info object dot exists property, let's implement the delete function here. System dot io dot file dot delete method. In this delete method I am adding f file. Then fi dot delete method. So here the file name f name. That's it. It's a very simple code to delete the images from the project folder. Now we require the edit view page. So to add the edit view page, select the edit method, right click the mouse, add view. The view name is edit and the template, I'm selecting the edit template, and the model class is our image CRUD class. Here it is the image CRUD class. Click add. And here we got our edit view page. Now in this edit view page, what I'm doing, the form action edit, the method name is equals to post, and the ASP hyphen controller, our controller name is file upload CRUD. Let's add that one, copy that one, paste here, and nctpy is equals to multi-part form data. After that, I require the required one file upload controller and button controller to update the image file. So input tab, instead of writing the code again, just for the time saving, just copy this part, add here, put this between p tags, and here make sure the name is file object. Here in the file upload controller, in the edit, the iForm file is file object, so which we have added here, file object. And notice here the input type is text. I'm making this read only, and this one also read only. Here the image path, we don't require this image path, so let's copy that one, comment that one. We need to add the image name. So here we already have the image element here, just copy this one and paste here. Dot display for this display form method, I'm adding model dot image name. Now let's check the output. Save the file. I'm reloading the browser. And here we got the output after we added the edit functionality. Let's click edit the image details, click edit. Notice here the URL, the edit is image ID 1. So now let's change the image, choose file. I'm selecting the file, the loading GIF image. Now let's upload. See, here we got the image has been changed. See, here the image has been changed. Now let's check in our folder also. So here we got the loading.gif image. So here we need to delete. So let's fix this one. Before that, we'll check our database table also. It's a checklist box transfer. I'm executing this table. So here we got a new record, loading.gif image is updated. Now let's check. We need to delete this one. Go to controller. Here in the controller edit method http post. Here the path combine. See, here we need to add this get emp details because we are updating, removing the file from this variable. Dot image name. Let's save this file. Now what I'll do is I'm deleting this checklist box transfer because right now we have only loading GIF image only. Delete. So now save the file. I'm reloading the browser. Now let's edit the details of this image. Click edit. Choose file. I'm selecting the image. I'm selecting this execute app icon logo. Click open. See here the new record. So see here the new image is updated. Execute app icon logo. We'll check in the database table also. Right now we got the loading.gif image in this table. When I execute, see here we got the new updated image, execute app icon logo. Now we'll check in our project folder, expanding the images folder. See here execute app icon logo. Now we require the details and delete functionality. Details and delete functionality. For the details, so let's add the new action result. Public async task action result. I'm adding the details. The method name is here in this method. I'm adding int $ID. So we want to get the particular image ID details. So for that I'm adding the variable int ID here. Now here we already written the code. This one. Let's copy this one and paste here. That's it, we have added the functionality to get the particular image details. Now we require the view page of this details function. Select the details method, right click the mouse, add view. The view name is details and the template. Let's select the template, details template, and the model class is image CRUD class. Click add. And here we got the details view page. Now in this details page, first let's uncomment this one. If you want to edit this image, we can edit from here also. Model dot image ID, the property name, which is our column name. But here we require the image path, the third column. I'm adding the image and I'm deleting this one. Instead of that, we require this, where it is here, this one I'm adding. Copy this one and paste here. That's it, we have added the necessary changes in this details view page. Let's save this file. We'll check the output. I'm reloading the browser. So after I reload the browser, now let's get the details of this image details. So here we got the URL details and the image ID is one, which is this one. So back to list. Now we require the delete functionality. So again switch back to the coding part, go to file upload controller. Let's add the property name, action method name, public async task action result. Delete the method name is int question mark id. Now when we want to delete a particular image, first I need to require the image ID. So here for that I have written the code to get the image details before deleting the image. Now I'll add another delete function, which is a http post public async task action result. The method name is delete. This delete method, now in this delete method I'm adding the parameter string fname. We require the image name and the image ID. For that I'm adding the string and integer types. Now here we have already written the code when we update the details edit. So just copy this part, come to the bottom and paste here. And also we require the save changes method, this one, copy this one, paste here, and the return redirect to action index. Now we require the view page of this delete method. Select the delete action result method, right click the mouse, add view. The view name is delete, the template. I'm selecting the delete template. Here it is, the delete template, and the model class is image CRUD class. Our model class is this one. After that, click add. And here we got our delete view page also. And now in this delete view page, just change this, the column name image, and instead of display file, we require the image name. So go to details and copy this one to display the image. That's it, we have done the complete coding part. Let's save this file. We'll check the final output on the browser. I'm reloading the browser. And let's check the final output. Let's choose a file. I'm selecting the image from the desktop. The image I'm selecting here, the search, upload. So here the search JPG image is added to our table. Let's check in our database table also. Right now we have only one table. When I execute this table, so here we got the second record, which is a search.jpg, which is this one, search.jpg. Now we'll check in the project folder also. Open Solution Explorer. So here we got the search.jpg image. Now let's edit the details. I want to edit the execute app logo. Edit. In the edit, let's add the image. I'm adding the loading GIF image. Copy that one, select that one, click open, upload. So here the new image is updated, the loading.gif. Let's check in the database table. Notice here in the image name, the execute app logo. When I reload this page, execute, so here we got the loading.gif image. Let's check in the project folder images. Now we got the loading.gif. We have updated the image of the image ID 1. Now let's get the image details. I want to get the details of this particular search image ID 2 details. So here we got the image ID details. Back to list. Let's delete the images. I want to delete the search.jpg. So here we got, are you sure you want to delete this? Delete. See, the image has been deleted. Now we got only one. Let's check in the database table, execute. So here we got only one record in this image, save image. Now we'll check in the project folder also. So here the GIF image has been deleted from this folder. Now let's delete this one also, the loading.gif. Delete. Are you sure you want to delete this? Yes, delete. And now we got the 0 rows in our table. It's totally empty. Now we'll check in the database table. When I execute this table, execute. So here the query executes successfully. We got 0 rows. Here the 0 rows. When I check in the folder, see, it's empty in our project folder images. That's it. We have implemented the CRUD operation, create, read, update and delete functionality with file upload controller in ASP.NET Core MVC.